Alright, and you'll notice that the layout of our base is now completely changed. So we'll have to look around and see where everyone's at now. Cal's catching a nap, sprawled across a pallet of bags of fertilizer. Someone's covered him up with a scratchy burlap blanket. You're about to leave him alone, but he blinks awake and yawns at you. Hey, Selene, he says, rubbing his eyes. Sorry, just catching some shut-eye. It's all hands on deck getting geoponics up and running again. Do you need me for something? No. Not at the moment. I could start giving out gifts again. Tang. Tang looks as if she hasn't shed a tear since the day she was born. The engineering wing escaped the attack relatively unscathed, she says. We still have power and shelter, but more importantly, we have our knowledge. She nods resolute. If anything can get us out of this dire situation, it will be technology. What do we have gift-wise? Not a lot. I think we had a few difficult challenges that I had to spend a lot of cards on. So we're a little low. So engineering is now over here. And this is our new garrison, and we've got a new character here. This new boy from the Heliosphere is a couple of years older than you. He's very handsome, and the missing arm gives him a heroic battle-scarred vibe. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal, boring day. The other recruits milling around the garrison give him a wide, respectful berth. He sees you staring and gives you a curt nod. My name is Vase, Lieutenant Elevacious, he says, considering you with a glint of challenge in his eye. And you are? How do you introduce yourself? I'm just a kid, I practically run this place, I'm a soldier like you, I'm into science, I'm an explorer, I'm a hard worker, or I just want to have some fun before I die. We've done a lot of science and our top skill is biology, but I think predominantly, at this point, we're an explorer. So, I'm gonna go with that. I'm an explorer. His expression doesn't change. Is that right? He says, with an air of a boy who's hard to impress. Nice to meet you, Selene. I hear it's been a rough couple of years for the colony. Lucky thing our heliopause came along just in time, he continues. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. We'll keep the colony safe. We were doing just fine before you came, or are you one of those best soldiers? I can't say we were doing fine before they came. So, are you one of those best soldiers? We train as a team, but yes. But, Vase says, then clears his throat. Yes, I've won more than my share of zero-G judo matches and virtual riflery tournaments, even competing against adults, he adds. Being planetside is totally different. I bet I could take you on, or, wow, you're pretty cool, as a flirt option. We know nothing about Vase, so I'm not going to start flirting with him immediately. But yeah, being planetside is totally different than zero-G. You tell Vase that firing a virtual gun is nothing compared to running for your life through the jungle with a wild unisaur hunts you down. A unisaur, Vase says, leaning forward a little, his eyebrows raised. Did you actually say something to interest him? That sounds like a fun sport. I'd like to try it sometime. Alright, so let's see. Have you done any romance options? I think I missed the last stream. I have not. I might have done some. I'm not intentionally romancing anyone specific, so probably at some point I will start choosing the romance options. I don't think it's required to go through all the romance options to romance someone, so we'll see. A lot of them start like really early when our character's, 11 and 12, which just felt weird to be flirting as an 11-year-old. So now that our character is, 15? It's probably time that I should start thinking about it. You spot Nem halfway up a garrison watchtower, her legs wrapped around the scaffolding as she cranes to look over the fence through a pair of holoculars. You clear your throat and she peers down at you and waves. Selene, come up here. I want to ask you something. You clamber easily up the scaffolding. Nem gives you a high five. Here, look through these, Nem says, shoving the holoculars into your hands. You raise them to your eyes and look where she's pointing. A long ways out, much farther than the expeditions are going, you spot a dark humanoid shape moving through the towering fungal forest. See him? Nem asks. It's Dis, I swear it is. He's always sneaking out over the walls. So what? Or he's not supposed to do that. So what? Rebellion. Nem stares at you. So what? She repeats, aghast. He's gonna get in trouble. Only if you tell on him. Well, yeah, Nem sputters, but someone should. The Old say we're not supposed to go outside the colony unless it's on expedition, Nem says, taking the holoculars back and looping them around her neck. And Dis just goes wherever he wants. Whenever he wants. What if he gets hurt? What if he dies? She wrinkles her nose. What if he picks up a weird alien disease and comes back with 3 heads? Nem scratches her cheek, where acne's made her skin dry and sore looking. Ow, she mutters, as bits flake off. I just don't know what to do about it, she says. What do you think? Stay out of his business? You should tell an adult? Try to convince him to stay inside? Or we should go after him? I think Dis would... She won't like stay out of his business, but that's what Dis would prefer. I don't think telling an adult is necessarily the right call. Considering he and I have both been sneaking out since we were children. Probably one of these two. Going after him is what I would do, but I don't think Anemone would want to do that. We could try to convince him to stay inside. We should go after him. Nem stares at you like you've turned green. What? She exclaims. Outside the colony? By ourselves? No way. Nuh-uh. It'd be fun. Nem shakes her head. Nope, not even a little bit. No one would notice that we were gone. Nope. Nobody, nope, nope, nope. Nem sings songs. Come on, live a little. Nem punches you lightly in the arm. International House of Nope, dude, she says. We're gonna die a little if we go out there. We're gonna die a little? Okay. Gain some more rebellion. The colony's got rules for a reason, Nem says, staring off into the wilderness. If we do our own thing and don't care about the rules, we're all gonna be toast. Kind of like a sports ball team. We're all doing different stuff, but we all gotta play by the same rules so we can get as many points as we can. Anemone, Selene, you look down at the ground where a passing colonist is waving up at you. You two get down from there, it's not safe. Okay, sorry, I'm on watch, Nem shouts back, indicating her holoculars. She shoots you a smile. I guess we should get inside the watchtower, huh? You both climb the rest of the way to the guard platform. Nem heaves herself over the edge and reaches down to help you up. And you notice that her hands are all banged up and scabbed over with blue scales, probably from scampering all over the place the way she does. She notices you looking and laughs awkwardly. She runs her hand through her fluffy hair. Maybe if I get beat up enough, I'll have so many scales I won't have no more acne, she jokes. And we gain her Loyalty 2 card. All physical cards become 3. Under 3 become 3. That's pretty good. Oh, we got some other new people here. Yeah, we're gonna die a little. You've seen Nomi Nomi around since the heliopods landed. They're around your age and barely 1.5 meters tall, only coming up to your shoulders. You've never seen anyone dressed as strangely as they do. Hi. Their voice is high-pitched and quick. I'm Nomi Nomi. It's short for nomination. They do a little twirl and bow. You introduce yourself and ask about their outfit, ask about their gender, ask what they do for fun. It's specifically referring to them as they. So I'm going to leave their gender out, assuming that they would introduce themselves as female or male if they wanted to be referred to as female or male. Probably outfit, since it seems to be important, or just what they do for fun. What do you do for fun? Well, Nomi Nomi begins, kind of a bit of everything. I like designing outfits and reading manga and learning about dinosaurs and cool xenofauna and robots and aliens and, oh, and watching anime and playing Laser Fable, of course. Mostly, lately, I play Laser Fable. It's so fun to play it outside in the great big endless outdoors. Nomi Nomi dances in a circle, waving their arms and gesturing at your surroundings. Get Nomi Nomi to calm down and challenge them to a game of Laser Fable, or politely extricate yourself. We'll play some Laser Fable. You're on! Nomi Nomi helps you install it on your holopalm and explains the rules. Laser Fable is an augmented reality game where you bounce hologram lasers off real objects nearby. It's speed-based, so you're running around and bumping into each other, and there are extended house rules about when it's legal to block each other's lasers. Combat challenge. Alright, goal of 65, we have 3 rounds. Can't really pull off a good straight, I don't think. So, we'll just... I don't know. Use a bunch of yellows. So you are going to turn down to a 4 if I'm mathing right. Yeah. So that's effectively a 4 if I use it now. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we got a bonus to pairs. I should have definitely been looking at that. I think our straights bonus is technically still a little bit better. Let's see. Can't really get a straight, but we do have some pairs. +2 to cards with gems. So that'll turn into a 3. Oh, that's also going to be a 4. Neat. If it's on the end. And I'll just toss a 6 in there. Just cuz. Could have gotten up to a 33. Oh well. Right on, brother. Nomi gives you a high 5. Then, with a couple quick flicks on their gauntlet, gives you a kudos for winning. They explain this is how they always play Laser Fable with the kids from the Heliosphere. Except, they mostly don't want to play anymore. They say they're too old for it. They just want to be soldiers now. Except Rex, he's still cool. I vote for a romance with Nem later on. She's chill. Yeah, she can be. Obviously, having played this game twice already, I kind of know the direction her storyline goes. Not to spoil things. Yeah. Nem is cool. I'll just leave it at that. The colony's full of new people. Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting. After growing up in a closed spaceship, you never expected to meet any other humans that weren't made here on Vertumna. You bump straight into one of these new people while you're jogging through the colony. Oof! He lands and holds you steady, brushing the imaginary dust off you and giving you a wide-fanged smile. Hey, it's one of the kids from the Heliopods. You think his name is Rex. Hi, hello, wow, or hey, what's up, or hi, I'm Selene, and welcome to Vertumna. I think I'm just gonna introduce myself and welcome him. You stick out your hand and shake his, and he laughs. You notice he's wiggling his dog ears. They can really move independently. Pleased to meet you, he says. I'm Rex, and I love to shake a paw. I know a ton of tricks, he winks. Rex puts his hands against his cheek, looking cute and lost. Hey, since I'm new here, do you think you could help me find the construction yard? I thought I might apply for a job there. For you, anything as a starting flirt option. I'll take you there, or it's in command. That-a-way. I'll take you there. You walk him over to command. Everything's moved around since the heliopods landed, but the construction yard is still in command, where it always was. At the entrance, you meet Mars, filing her nails and looking like she's waiting for somebody. Why, hello, cutie, she says to Rex. Where did you come from? He looks her up and down and grins. I'm just an angel who fell from the sky, darling. You try not to gag as the two of them flirt. You give a loud ahem and point Rex towards the construction yard. He looks back at Mars over his shoulder and winks as he leaves. Speaking of Mars, what are we going to do with Utica? Mars muses, sniffling into a tissue. Without a governor, we're totally lawless. What if someone tries to take my stuff? We have a governor. He just declared himself governor. Weren't you there? Oh, and we are in early Pollen, which, due to my notes, I happen to know is Rex's birthday. So, let's get him a present. Rex hasn't gotten used to life on the surface yet. You remember your first year. Vertumna seems so enormous, so full of dangers and mysteries. Well, it still does, but the shock eventually wore off. Rex still has that slightly bewildered look on his face every time he walks outside and the sunlight hits his face. It's so bright and warm. Oh, and we can help him build something because our engineering is so high. But we'll start with getting him a present. He's a dog human, so we'll give him a stick. Woo! Rex howls with happiness as he takes the mushwood from you. You remember my birthday and brought me the perfect stick for my collection. Honestly, I'd vote for Dis, but I'm a cis dude, Super Monkey says. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I'm sort of leaving it up to chat, though, so if chat wants me to aim towards specific people, I will do so. Because I've seen quite a few things, and I already know kind of the direction things go, so I don't want to just make all the decisions. So, I can definitely steer towards Anemone. I think I was actually thinking of Nomi Nomi for this playthrough, just because the new, here. We look at the friendships that we have. All these new people start off super low, and so I've never really gotten them too high. And so I was planning on trying to work on some of these a lot more than I have in previous playthroughs, just to see more of their stories. But yeah, we shall see. Alright. Let's see. Hugs incoming? Sure. Oh yeah, Rex exclaims, wrapping you in a strong bear hug. He even lifts you off the ground a little. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. And again, so that we can finally get to helping him build something. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holoprojector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's the holoprojector you used to watch vids on in the creche. It's been broken ever since the creche was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. You help Rex bring the holoprojector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. And Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. Well, I didn't check what the other people's skills are or whether they're going to have other unique things, so let's go back and talk to them. Nomi is lying flat on their back, looking up at the sky. It goes on forever, they exclaim, waving their arms. There's no ceiling at all. I feel like I'm going to float right off the surface of the planet. They need creativity. We have put very little effort into creativity, so that is going to take time. What about Vase? Vase looks exasperated by your presence. Hey, it's Rex's little buddy, he says, scowling. Get out of here before I have to send him a message about how I don't want his little gang of sticking up my garrison. He cracks his knuckles. You're not going to like my choice of medium. Wow. Thanks, Vase. Also, I don't know if I'd call myself Rex's little buddy. Like, we like him a little bit more than you, but not much. Combat. Not surprising. I challenge you. Vase suggests a classic helio test of grit, punching each other in the stomach until one of you gives up or passes out. It builds character, he says, taping up his knuckles. His biceps glisten menacingly. Did any helio ever think of putting a piece of metal under their shirt, though? I mean, this dude got a metal arm. Seems unfair. Clang! Vase's punch reverberates through the courtyard, and he yowls and cradles his fist. He's surprised at first, and angry at his pain, but when you pull the sheet of metal from your shirt, he bursts out laughing. I win by default, he snickers. Don't be such a coward, Selene. Take it like a soldier. Still, you didn't get punched in the stomach, so that's a win in your books. Gain some friendship and some combat. So that was his 40 challenge, and it was Rex's 40 challenge, so we can get either of those to 80. We can move on to the next skill thing for them. Looks like Dis is up here. Dis looks more skittery than usual, looking around at the new defenses. There's too many people here now, he mutters. Too much noise, too many mouths to feed. Whatever's out there isn't going to be happy with us. Still don't have enough bravery for his next option. Hello, my little tomato. Your dad's voice rings out across the fields, hale and hearty. You don't have it in yourself to be embarrassed. Not during Pollen. Not with the memory of him struggling to breathe so fresh in your mind. Are you coming to check on your old man? He teases you. He takes a deep breath, holds it, and lets it all out comfortably. I'm doing great. No congestion, no sneezing, and I definitely don't want to take a hike outside the walls. Your dad pulls you into a big hug, ruffling your hair. He smells like sunshine and dirt and sweat, and you've never been happier to breathe it all in. He's alive. I'm proud of you, he says, quietly. You can pull off miracles, kiddo. Things are a mess right now, but you can feel your mom's relief radiate off of her as she incorporates the heliopause's hydroponics into the colony. Someone tips over a wheelbarrow of dirt, and instead of blowing up, she just laughs and calls them a dumbass. After a year of starving and struggling, it's nice to see her smile again. This is your fave overall. This is pretty cool. Like, exploration is such a major part of this game, and so if you do enough exploration, you really get to know more about Dis's character, versus the others, you more have to go out of your way to get to know them. So I do like Dis's storyline and his character. Also, as a fairly strong introvert myself, I kind of get his character. Alright, so let's look around at the different buildings, see if anything is majorly changed. Geoponics is abuzz with activity. Repairs to the domes are underway, the fields are being repainted, and hydroponics from the heliopause are being installed. Same options, it seems. Down here is command. Notice board. The food supplies are now at 100% good. Security rating is up at 70%. Notice, please wear your mask when outdoors during pollen season. Ambient particles may trigger runny nose, watery eyes, or mild cough. Please note that we will be hosting our annual Vertumnalia Festival during the second month of Dust. Chief Administrator Seek. The Council wishes a warm welcome to our new arrivals from Earth and to our new Governor Lum. Current Council Administrator, Governor Lum is in command. Chief Administrator Seek. Security Chief Rhett. In the Garrison, Chief Engineer Instance in Engineering, Chief Cultivator Falulu in Geoponics, Chief Steward Antecedent in the Quarters, and Chief Surveyor Utopia for Expeditions. Alright. Then we have here, which I still don't think I have much that I can do. The new common area is hastily constructed platform clinging to the side of the heliopause. Crews are hard at work incorporating the rigid hull into the natural landscape, creating a charming open-air place for gathering, eating, and relaxing. Just outside, you can hear construction happening on new living quarters for everyone from both ships. This is a pretty cool layout. I would want to hang out here. So yeah, we can still practice the photophoner or relax, but not much else that we can do. He's the quiet semi-goth kid. I'd have been good friends in high school, Super Monkey says. Yeah. I don't know if I had any goth friends. I definitely had was friends with a lot of quiet kids. And engineering is the same usual options. Oh, and then we've got the Garrison down here. Forgot about that. The Helios have replaced the old Garrison dojo with a huge underground bunker. It's much larger and better supplied, and abuzz with activity, soldiers drilling, weapons being cleaned and inventoried, and animals herded into cages for study. You can't believe how many soldiers are down here. It must be the safest place on the planet. And what about expeditions? Hello? There we go. So yeah, same options we had before of nearby, the plains, or the valley. Well, since our stress is brand new... Oh, you can click on our friends and they make some noise. Uh, let's see. All events have respawned, I assume, in all locations. Yeah. Yeah, since our stress is maxed, I think we'll go do some foraging. Hey, Utopia? Chief Surveyor Utopia stops you and Dis near the depot. Feel that? She asks. You can feel a kind of ominous, distant thumping, pulsing regularly through the ground. If you stand still, you can feel it vibrate up into your own body too, like a massive global pulse. Utopia says, checking a readout on her holopalm. I reckon it's naturally occurring, she concludes, but it's giving me the willies all the same. You two better check it out. Mind you, stick together and take readings on the way in case it's dangerous. You and Dis look at each other, excited. You follow the thumping, and now an audible noise growing louder, west, until you've roughly triangulated its location. You know you're getting close, but it sounds like it's coming from all around you, and your instruments aren't precise enough to help. What do you think it is? Or follow the sound because our perception is awesome? Or give up. We're gonna follow the sound. First collectible use is free. Neat. So we've got a wild value card. That's cool. So we could do something like that to get the +2 because this counts as red. But we don't actually have a 6, which is what I was thinking of. Oh well, that's a reasonable start. There's the 6 that we needed. 6, 5, 4, 3. What now? That'll give that a +2, which is cool. That'll also give it a +2. What did you turn into? Another 4? Yeah. I'm happy with that. Oh, I guess I could have used... whatever. I didn't need to use the consumables, collectibles, whatever they call them. You find a machine. An ancient, broken-down machine. Like a small pyramid-shaped building made from some kind of dark stone or bone that looks almost like it grew that way. The thud of the Thumper. Except, it isn't broken. It's just so very old and overgrown it looks more like a pile of rubble and roots than a building or engine or whatever it was. Still, a thumping noise comes from inside it. The vibrations are strong here, making your guts feel weird. You don't notice it at first, but there's a curious path on the ground moving away from the machine. A line half a meter wide, where the dirt is a little more worn and bare. It heads off in a straight line to the west. Or is it coming from the west? Could animals have made this path? Or the Thumper itself? We will analyze the Thumper because our engineering is high enough. It's definitely not natural. Or some parts of the Thumper, you can see what might have been writing once, carved deep into the not-quite rock. It must be thousands of years old. Whatever part of it still works is deep down in its core. It has a funny smell too, sweet like something fermented. Puffs of air come from the vents near the top, in time to the thumping. Gain 2 more engineering, and some kudos. My friend's son is the quiet type, and he's mad chill. Very good with computers. He's like my unofficial adopted son, as I say. Reminds me of Dis in some ways. That's cool. I think I would enjoy hanging out with someone like this. Not all the time, but on occasion. Just a quiet and very smart kiddo, yeah. You also note that the animals here are a lot more aggressive than usual. Even the insects buzz more annoyingly overhead. Your scanners register higher levels of attack pheromones. Whatever's going on, the fauna don't like it either. Eventually you head back and share your findings with Utopia. Totally an ancient civilization, Dis insists. Utopia scratches her head. I suppose, maybe, she says. You said it looks ancient, right? Perhaps there could have been another civ here long ago. We have found other signs, but nothing active like this. It seems to be pointing west, or receiving something. She snaps her fingers. There's some right ugly ridge lines out there that have kept us from checking that direction, but we got gliders and motivation. That's half the battle. She makes a note on her holopalm. I'll open up the western resting ridges for surveyors, she says, then grins. Who say that 3 times fast? This is right, definitely aliens. We'll have to stick together out there, or if I find anything, I get the kudos. It's definitely aliens. It's always aliens. Just nod solemnly. Alright, we have now opened up a new area to explore. To look for potential signs of alien life. You come across a veritable feast of berry bushes. Spiky, fierce-looking bushes with glistening red berries. They look delicious. Yeah, we're gonna research them before we suddenly eat glistening red berries. Alright. That one's getting stuck at a 2, and we get a +1 to blue cards, which is already shown. Yeah. So let's see if that's going to be getting +2. Yeah, no real way to turn that into a straight then. It's too high. We could go 3 through 3. Seems fine. Oh, all cards to the right become blue? That's neat. I don't know. I'm just tossing stuff around. I guess I don't need to use my blue cards because... yeah. All of these not blue cards are going to get bonuses for being blue because of that. So sure. We'll do that and we'll keep our blue cards for later. 6, 5, 4... Oh, nope. All the numbers, they're fighting me. Wait, why are you shifting? Oh, that's the +2 slot. I know how stuff works. It's like, why do the numbers keep changing? Because of the obvious design of stuff. I'm smart. There we go. Fine. I'm not gonna fight it overly much. +4 biology. We've nearly maxed biology. We're at 94 out of 100. So that's cool. Oh, and we gained another +2, so 96. Your research confirms that these red berries are highly toxic. You shouldn't even be here. Go another way? Oh, but we have to go through it. Because that's the only direction the path goes. That's awkward. Go through them, I guess. You cut a path through the bushes, mouth-watering at what may well be deadly poison. You guess you'll never know. We definitely know because we did the research. Something about the ground here draws your attention. It's oddly lumpy. What's up with that? We'll scope it out. +1 to red cards, and 1 slot will turn the card red. Alright. Sure. Let's see. We don't have enough reds to make a flush. We could turn something red, but that's not super worth it. But I guess we could do something like that. Then those all count as reds, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Alright. So that'll turn to a 6. Right. Bad connection. Yeah, that's too bad. Hopefully your connection will start working up better. That's going to be a 4, so we'll toss in another 4. Call that good enough. +2 perception. Whoa, it's a potato minefield. Underground, the recent rain has swelled the young melons to bursting. You'd better watch where you step, or you'll end up knee-deep in potato juice. The good news is, they're tasty. Maybe enjoy a break to get our stress back. Most of the potatoes aren't ripe yet, but you find a good one and tap into its membranous rind. Inside is juice. Its juice is sweet and cool. You relax here for a while, sipping fresh potato juice and spitting out its seeds. Delicious. Wish we could have gained that one when we were down a bit more stress. A curious Bricky blocks your path. It's acting strange. It keeps scurrying up trees and hanging upside down to get a different angle to look at you, then dropping down when you try to pass underneath. It may be small, but it's at least attempting to be intimidating. That must mean something. It's not interested in your pet Bricky, it's interested in you. Even Bright Eyes looks unsure and hides between your legs. Approach it. Bravery challenge. Let's see. One slot will get a +2. So if we do like 3, 2, 1, it's a reasonable start. 6, 5. Wait. Oh, because of gems. 5, 4, 3. We do something like that. Since they're all gem cards, use that to make them higher. Yeah. Alright. All cards become blue. That doesn't particularly help us in this case. 4, 4, 4, 4. There. Yeah. +1 bravery, always nice, and +1 animals. The Ricky runs up your leg. It's a giant spider thing and it's got weird tentacles and get it off! The urge to dance around and shake it off is almost uncontrollable, but you manage to keep your cool. The Ricky tastes you with its tentacle-like feeler legs, but doesn't look interested in causing you harm. It pokes your backpack trying to get in, then gives up and scurries off. And another Ricky situation. You come across not just one Bricky, but a whole swarm of them, mostly just baby ones about the size of your head. They're all amassed around a massive tree, scurrying up and down in the trunk. When you can see that the tree itself under the swarm, you notice it's the same pale pink as the baby Bricky. Its tentacle-like roots meander a fairly large distance before plunging into the ground. When the Bricky see you approach, they get agitated and they look hungry. Definitely hungry. Like dozens of hungry, grapefruit-sized furry pink spiders. The stuff of nightmares. Your pet Bright Eyes doesn't seem scared at all. Don't have enough bravery, sadly. So I guess we will fight them because we have to keep moving forward. Alright, +1 to red cards and one slot will turn red. Well, darn. Hoping to use a 2 that would turn into a 3 because it would turn red. Oh well, that'll work. So you're going to be a 4 if I put you on an end. Okay. I don't know. There, just for the color match. All red cards under 3 become a 3. Neat. You're going to turn into a 5, I think. Hmm. Because I could put, like, one of these to get an extra +1. But I guess that applies to... Yeah. I don't know. Sure. +1 combat? Well, that wasn't so hard. You smack a couple of them to the ground, and the rest scuttle up to the boughs and hide there. You puff out your chest bravely, and walk on. Alright, let's grab this bobber fruit. That's an event by itself at the end of a path. Usually there's a single boss event that I think is like down here. So I'm hoping to try and make it to the boss events because those are usually the best. Your path is blocked by a massive 8-legged xenofauna, something between a spider, squid, and a bear. It's in a rage, grunting furiously and bashing itself against trees and rocks at random. You duck and hide as it glares in your direction. Its breath heaving and dozens of eyes gleaming with madness. It's the same soft pink and purple you recognize from the multi-legged Ricky that live in the area, but so much larger. Could this be a related species? Its gaze drops from you to your pet Ricky, Bright Eyes, who chitters and runs up to it, waving its grasping tentacles. The gigantic creature huffs and leans down to sniff it, its rage forgotten. Yeah, let it sniff our pet. The larger creature makes a chuffing noise like a tiger, a bassy, vibrating exhale that ruffles your Ricky's fur. Content it's not going to eat Bright Eyes, you keep back and let them introduce themselves. Bright Eyes isn't intimidated in the slightest. In fact, it seems totally relaxed in the presence of this hulking beast. They touch tentacles and sniff each other, and while your Ricky even curls up in the bigger one's arms for a while. Wait, they look like just like parent and child. Is this another life phase of the Ricky? After a while, the huge Ricky leaves harmlessly. You're happy your little buddy got some social time with their own species. Nice, lost a bunch of stress, and gained some animals. You find a trivet. A large, tasty, plant, kind of? You've heard it's sort of like an animal, too. Like a lot of creatures on Vertumna, it kind of defies classification. Whatever it is, it's huge. It's practically taller than you are. I think we tried harvesting from one of them before, and it talked about it screaming in pain as we ripped off its stalk, so I'm going to just note its location and move on. Oddly, when you come back later, it's not there. You must have recorded the wrong coordinates. Or it's a creature that can move? Let's see, I'll skip that one for now and keep moving trying to get to the boss area. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? There's only one way to find out. Well, there are a few ways if you're not a coward. Being the intelligent, non-coward I am, I'm going to just identify them. +1 to blue cards, 5 kudos if we equal our goal. Alright. 654 sounds reasonable. Wow, we have 2 of these. So those are going to turn into 6s. Sure. And what else? We do like 5, 5, 5. 4-4? Oh, super goal is only 15. Whatever. Lost a Kudo from using Mars' Ambition. I really dislike that card. You determine that these mushrooms aren't only poisonous, but explosive as well. You mark their location down on your hollow palm so other foragers know to stay clear of the area. And Utopia rings you a few kudos for good scouting. Ooh, we got a new perk. For Biology level 3, we've maxed out Biology. Enhance your DNA and Engineering. Well, that sounds like a fun thing to do. When we get back to... Oh, hey there. You look scary. But first, let's check out this Ricky. Ricky are carnivores, you think, but the juveniles are too small to take out anything larger than an insect. Not so much in the case with this one. The Ricky blocking your path is pretty large, probably about as tall as your waist, and it's growling at you over the carcass of something even bigger, which seems to be missing its head. Yuck. You're not sure if it killed or scavenged the dead animal, but it's dragged it onto the path and looks ready to fight you for it. And we could fight it. Kind of want to see what happens if you wait for it to leave, because we fight everything. Or if that's going to cause us a bunch of stress because it's waiting time. I'll give it a shot, see how it goes. You back off and wait. It sits there and gnaws the animal slowly for hours. It's disgusting. Eventually it rolls over and takes a nap, its many legs kicked up in the air, and its tummy bulging. You try to sneak by, but it wakes up with a hiss, and we gained 5 stress. It drags the rest of the carcass off into a tree, and you can finally pass. Yeah, fighting was probably the more right answer, but I like experimenting. Yeah, we'll do this now. I was thinking we could probably do one more event first, but if that other event gave us extra stress like that one did, then we wouldn't be able to get to here, so. The Valley of Vertigo spans a huge, relatively safe area, so it's rare to see other foragers out here. It's surprising, then, to come across Utopia and 2 other foragers crouching in the underbrush. Psst, Selene, Utopia hisses, beckoning you over. Get over here. You slink over to the other foragers. Through a gap in the underbrush, you spot a terrific sight. A fully grown manticore has fallen into a nest of at least 20 snap bladders, and they're engaged in what looks like a battle to the death. I've got 10 kudos on the snap bladders, she says. I fell into a nest once. I was laid up in the med bay for a week. Poor manticore, one of the other foragers says. What a way to go. The last forager snorts. Who cares? After what they did to Hal, every manticore can rot for all I care. The manticore roars in pain as it's torn apart by the whip-fast hungry snap bladders. Help that manticore, bet on the manticore, or bet on the snap bladders. Helping a manticore seems like a lot, but also watching as an animal is slowly torn apart, it's not exactly nice. So we will help the manticore and hope it doesn't kill us afterwards. +1 to physical cards, 1 slot will turn cards red. Okay. Sure. 6, 5, 4, 3. All right. That'll count as a 5. 4. Wow. So it helps with 2 of a kind and for the straight. That's neat. Oh, I was gonna put that there, but obviously that doesn't work. So yeah, that's a really long straight plus a couple of pairs. Yeah. Utopia tries to stop you as you burst through the underbrush, dedicating yourself to being the best distraction your weak, fragile human body can be. Enough of the snap bladders turn their focus on you that the manticore is easily able to pick off the pick the others off. Crunch, munch, snap. Off go enough heads in the manticore's powerful jaws that the survivors cut their losses, disappearing back into their burrow. Now you find yourself face to face with the manticore, Rotunda's perfect murder machine. It looks at you quizzically. You look back. You feel a weird connection to this creature. Suddenly, Manticore roars, lunging at you and lashing its great mane. Wisely, you scream in terror and get the hell away. Luckily, the Manticore is too wounded to bother chasing you. You and the other foragers make it back without injury. Let's keep exploring. We got a couple of items to pick up from the ground here. And we can do one more event, or if we're lucky, we'll find an event that will recharge our stress a bit. An absolutely enormous tree forms a part of the path here. Its roots cut natural stairs into the path, and its magnificent canopy of large flat leaves completely blocks out the sky. They arch overhead, almost to the ground on the other side. Walking under it is like going through a tunnel. In the tunnel is dark and gloomy, unseasonably cool, and filled with the whispering of leaves. You get the sense that something is aware of your presence. We could climb up it, walk under it, or whisper back. We shall whisper back as an animals challenge. We're actually getting pretty close to getting our next animals perk. And perception. Yeah. Let's see. 5 kudos if we equal a goal. +1 to red cards. Alright. So the reason I keep aiming for straights is because we have this Vricky card that gives us bonuses on straights. So this would normally only give us +3 for having 3 cards in a row, but I'm getting +6 instead. So that's why I'm constantly aiming for the straights if I can. Not always possible. I guess I could go 4-3-2. Let's see. Yep. Not seeing anything super obvious. Oh, what do you turn into? Another 4. Cool. I might as well try and get to 20. Let's see. There. We match our super goal, so we'll get the +5 kudos. Nearby leaf unfurls and offers you 2 large hard nuts. You feel a sense of peace and cooperation watch over you, like you and the tree have an understanding. Eat one and plant the other. You crack one of the nuts and eat the meat inside. It's bitter, but tasty. You take the other one to a clearing about an hour away and plant the second nut. Good luck, haunted tree. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Alright. +2 perception, +4 biology. Nice. So we did get animals and perception.